laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Fun Piece Podcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hey, everybody. Whoa, that really broke levels. My name is Matt, and welcome to the fun, emphasis on fun Piece Podcast. Mike, hello.
I was going to introduce myself, but you just kind of like ran with it there. I'm Mike.
Yep. Welcome, everyone. This is the Fun Piece Podcast. It's a One Piece podcast. Mike and I are watching the anime of One Piece for the very first time. The original anime. Not any of this newfangled, reanimated, condensed shit. We're doing the vanilla filler, everything. We love it. Welcome. If this is your first episode ever, boy, Mike and I are in some emotional roller coaster feelings right now.
We are. Mike's not having any audio issues whatsoever.
Oh,
we're fine. Never mind.
okay,
It's fine. It's
everything's-
fine.
We're back,
No
baby.
emotions whatsoever. A celestial dragon didn't get elected president. That would be crazy.
Yeah, hey everyone. This is a peek behind the curtain. Mike and I might have mentioned it in previous episodes. We did batch recording previously, that was all prior to the United States 2024 elections. And today, the day we're recording this episode, is the day after the elections, and we're feeling a lot of feelings right now.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You've already processed this probably, and hopefully you're already, doing something.
Who knows what has happened by this point? It's December for you all motherfuckers.
I hope we're still around.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
This audio could just be floating out in the Netscape Navigator world.
Oh my god. I'd like a week back in Netscape times.
Yeah, right? Oh, just play Zoom beanies and chill.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
All I want is to Zoom beanie and chill.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck votes for a blobfish?
I don't know. A blobfish and a couch fucker, am I right?
Oh my god.
Hey, blobfishes are pretty cool. Don't you besmirch the names of blobfishes.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Blobfishes are cool as hell.
They're too majestic and provide something to this world.
Yeah.
My mistake. I'm not going to compare him to anything that provides.
My sister-in-law
anything
is
to
a
this world.
marine biologist, and she takes care of some sweet ass blobfish at the aquarium she works at.
Man, what's
they're beautiful,
like a
squanchy, blompy creatures.
dumpster heap man? Big, wet, bad, dumb hair. Probably short, maybe. I don't know how tall he is.
I think he's the same height as me, which is kind of strange.
Good. It'd be easier for me to punch him in the balls.
Hey, hey! This is a One Piece podcast.
It's a One Piece podcast.
We're processing right now. You all processed about a month ago. We're processing
angry.
right
I'm going to be quiet about not liking that fucking idiot. If you don't live in the U.S.,
hey, everyone,
I hope you're not dealing with similar shit.
It's fine. Hey, we understand and we recognize that there are a lot of there's a lot of failures that happened, and it's not just one dumb idiot's fault, even though he is one big dumb idiot.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do here on the Fun Piece podcast is just continue to do our best to provide a safe space for for you all, the Motherfunner listeners.
Yes.
For shenanigans, for feeling good, for having a good time. We might throw out some frustrations.
We're gonna start referring to somebody as Clawhador.
Yeah. Fuck Clawhador. Fuck him.
Fuck Clawhador
Fuck
in
Clawhador.
his dumb face.
Fuck Clawhador and his thinking that you can stop a major tropical storm with a nuclear bomb. Clawhador puts ketchup on his cat food. Anyway,
nice.
This is a really negative 5 minutes here. We're here to have some fun.
We can't. You know, I believe in a level of positivity, but not blind positivity. You got to punch a fascist, got to punch a Nazi, all the bad people. Matt, what's something good that's happened to you lately? What's like a nice thing?
What's
tell me
a
a nice thing? Yeah.
What is a nice thing?
Oh no. You better think of something, or this is going to be.
Ooh, this is a long and winded tangent. So I teach at one of my side job that I do on top of my regular job. I teach technical theater and stagecraft and design over at the local community college, which some might say I'm not qualified for that, but I would say I'm very qualified to do that.
I think you're overqualified.
That's fair, but it's sometimes it does feel like the show Community, the television show, where people are like, "This is like ice cream class," and I'm just like, "Yeah, it is," and we're having fun. Anyway, so we're opening this play this week, and it's kind of timely and political in nature. It takes place at a town council meeting one night where the previous week one of the town council members disappeared mysteriously, and one of the people who wasn't there that week comes back this prior week, and he's like, where'd that guy go? And everybody else is dodging it, and then ultimately the end of the play, spoilers, ends in this weird blood ritual. And anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I got really excited because I designed the whole set for the show, and we built it over the course of the semester so far. But an idea that I had for the blood ritual was if we had black lights, and when the blood ritual happens, black lights came up, and all over the set we had these little like Easter eggs where like everything looked normal throughout the whole show, but then when the black lights kick on, it's like, oh shit, there's like blood everywhere, and like they did a bad job cleaning up their mess where they literally may or may not have killed this person. And so we were trying to figure out an inexpensive way of making this blood be not visible, but also be able to be really vibrant when the black lights come up without having to spend like hundreds of dollars on ultraviolet, like luminescent paint. And I had a thought to
pee everywhere?
No, not pee everywhere. Pee's not ultraviolet, I don't believe. Here's the thought that I had way back. Not cum. I mean, I guess you could. That's fucked up. Just be like, all right, everybody.
I knew.
This state institution, I'm just going to build up a couple weeks, and then I'm just going to smear my shit all over the place.
I knew it wasn't the answer, and I was really thinking for a while there whether I should say those words. And then...
It was funny. It was good. I'm over-explaining this, but essentially, way back in the day, like 12 years ago, or 13 years ago, when I was in collage.
This is kind of like when One Piece characters talk about anything. They start being like, 11 years ago, I did this.
Yeah, 13 years ago in college, I was getting ready for a late-night party extravaganza with fellow college students where the party was going to be happening. And we thought it'd be a great idea to have a similar thing where we have black lights and write things on the walls and shit. And we discovered if you use laundry detergent, some specific laundry detergents have ultraviolet properties so they'll glow in a black light. So I mentioned that, and then one of the tech director at the college was like, we have some laundry detergent in the shop. So we went and got some, and then we did a little test, and they were like, we put the black light on it, and it glowed. So we had a second to last rehearsal last night, and there wasn't enough spattering that I did of the fake blood. So then this morning at like 6 a.m., I went in before my other job, and I just spent like 45 minutes with like a cup of laundry detergent and a paintbrush, just like walking around the set, just like flinging detergent all over the place with the black lights on, just like in the dark, just playing some music and just like flinging shit around. And the whole place looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. I was just like, there's just fucking it looks like someone jizzed all over this town council room. And that brought me joy.
That's kind of how it is. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why they
don't allow black lights in there.
Exactly. So that brought me joy this morning, despite the less than exciting news. I was just flinging juice all over a room. Anyway, what brought you joy today, Michael?
Today?
Or in general, lately?
I can't see. I've beaten.
How many Sonic games have you beaten?
A lot.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of all the Like a Dragon games I beat. I just beat the Like a Dragon guy down, the man who erased his name.
Whoa.
And that game had some of the best crying. They've gotten so good at making adult men crying in those games. Like, they get flush and like oozy and like snot coming out of the nose.
Good. Hell yeah.
You guys should go play them. If you like Zorro, you should play the Like a Dragon games. I'm not joking, Matt. You would love Kiryu. He's like Zorro if his swords were hands.
I've played Yakuza
more
0.
of it. Play more.
I played Yakuza 0. I haven't played any of the other ones.
Play all of them.
All
They're
right.
not without their faults.
Yeah.
But if orphans make you cry...
I don't know if they do. I don't know if orphans make me cry.
Oh, they will.
Okay.
They will.
That's fair.
When all they want to do is wrestle, but they think they have a heart condition, and they find out that they don't have a heart condition and they can wrestle.
Nice.
And your cool uncle who adopted you, put you in an orphanage, and is protecting you because he's a cool badass Yakuza, like puts on a wrestling match with his other buddy who's also in the Yakuza, and then they wrestle, and it's
This
like
is a One Piece podcast.
This is a One Piece podcast. I like those games. The show's not very good. Well, maybe it is. It might be good for some.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's
It's
very
different.
good. Yeah. Hell
That's
yeah.
okay.
Hell yeah. Sorry, my thing was long-winded, and I cut you off while you were getting excited about Yakuza. I apologize.
It's fine. It's something I've talked about before. December will be nice.
December, it'll probably be warm.
It'll.
I'm gonna predict it's warm in December.
I hope not. I'm in a tank top right now because of how warm it is.
Yeah, it's
in
like
Boston.
70 goddamn degrees out.
Fucking.
You can kind of see off in the distance. The historian got me a Lego set for my birthday, and it's a tuxedo cat.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I thought that was one of your cats.
Actual
it's
cats.
hard. It's like, yeah.
But both of our cats have seen the Lego tuxedo cat now, and have both been very concerned that it was a third cat that we got. And they've been very angry and hesitant every time they see it. They're like, "Who the fuck is that?"
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yep.
That's a good reason to get one of those.
Oh yeah. Anyway, should we start talking about One Piece? It's been more than 10 minutes.
We should. We haven't talked about One Piece in so long. Episode
534.
Infographics are back, Matt. Infographics are back.
Fuck yeah, they are, and I'm
Episode
here
starts
for it.
infographic. We're
Yes.
seeing where everybody is. It's actually not that complicated what's happening right now, but we got infographics.
Yeah, honk, honk,
case you're
honk,
confused.
honk, 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 honk,
Infographic watch.
honk, 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 honk. Hello, everyone. This is Official
infographic.
Buggy Watch. Where in the world is Carmen Buggy D Clown D Nefertari, Clown Prince of Alabasta?
Where in the world is
Buggy the Clown. Where is he? We don't know, but it's been 27 episodes since we last saw Buggy
Have
the
you
Clown.
seen those guys? Have you seen the guys who sing that? They all have crazy hair.
Yeah.
Carmen San Diego.
Yeah. That one guy
Nobody
just
listening
says
is
that.
gonna know. Yeah, Corbin San Diego.
They're going to know. Someone's going to
They're
know.
gonna Google it. I bet
Um,
Carmen San Diego was a sexual awakening for a lot of kids.
I'm sure it was available in school. Sometimes stuff like that happens in school, Michael. It's not that weird or different. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Sometimes it happens.
I'm not. You're making it weird. By making me think.
I don't. I'm pretty sure I've talked about the rope and gym class on the podcast, and it's fine. It's fine. Things happen. Things happen. Okay. Someone out there is gonna validate me, and it's not gonna be fucking Lloyd Sheffield. I know you're listening, Lloyd Sheffield. Don't you fucking dare.
You little piece of shit. You little mother. You little fucker.
You little nasty boy. Anyway, Luffy and Shirahoshi. Shirahoshi? Shira?
Nope.
Shiraho.
No.
What's her name? Princess?
No. Frankie is visiting with Tom's younger brother. And he's in a taxi fish, and they're talking. And Frankie's
Luffy.
talking about how he's looking for the Sunny.
There's a little bit of Luffy before Frankie visiting with Tom.
I don't think so.
All right, you can
Maybe.
continue.
Maybe I was just really excited about the infographics because that's my first note. Is infographics are back?
That's fair. Yeah, we could jump right to it. Frankie chilling with Tom's brother.
I feel like you were jumping right to it, but I could be wrong. Nobody proved that I am wrong.
You're dead wrong.
You're probably just you're getting on in years, man. I don't know.
All right, it's true. I have glasses now.
Frankie's searching for the Sunny. Tom's brother has an idea of where it might be, and they're going to the sea forest. Everybody's going to the sea forest.
Everyone's going to the sea forest with gusto.
With gusto.
Mm.
Okay, now you can talk.
Cool.
I'll allow it.
Great. Shirahoshi wants to be home by dinner.
Done.
Boom.
That's the end of the episode.
Yep. I don't know if they ever gave that guy a name at the Neptune's Castle Palace. That Brooke
Seahorse guy?
Seahorse guy that Brooke is holding.
There's like Seahorse guy and Catfish guy.
Yeah.
I like them, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I don't think they have names. I think they're just there. And they talk a lot, but they don't have names.
They probably have names.
They probably said their name like once and then never said it ever again.
I'm going to look up their names, and we're going to see if we can remember it.
You should look up their names and then tell me their names, and then I have to guess which one's which.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to continue recapping.
Okay.
Fucking Brooke and the servant are freaking out because all those pirates just got smashed by Vanderdecken at the taco shell, the hard shell taco, where the princess was locked up. And basically Vanderdecken was like, hey, you're going to die no matter what. So, like, if you go and do this, like, it'll be better or we'll kill you. Do it for Horny Jones. And so that's what we do. Vanderdecken starts to show off his, like, fucking... he goes to show off his mark powers on, like, this one random fishman. But then Hachi interrupts. And then we get a quick little, like, flashback of, like, the Arlong pirates, and we do see Big Lips Phil.
We do see Big Lips Phil.
I do love Big Lips Phil.
I felt really proud. Like, Decken is, like, explaining his power here.
Yeah.
and like how he like marks. He can only mark 2 people.
Yeah.
but he doesn't.
Like-
I feel like they let you kind of figure it out. He's like, oh, he's got 2 hands. He can only mark 2 people.
Yeah.
It's like that's why he puts a glove on that one hand because that's what the princess is marked with.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to soil it.
Yeah. So like, but he doesn't say it, and it's such.
He
restraint.
definitely says it. He definitely.
Well, he
does
says
say
he's
it.
like, oh, I can't like. He says that like he can only mark 2 people, but he's not like my right hand is for the princess, my left hand's for other people.
I'm pretty sure he
Like,
says
doesn't,
that's
like,
why I wear this glove, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like it wasn't as
It wasn't heavy-handed.
okay.
Yeah.
Normally he would have been like, I have to use my
Yeah.
right hand to mark somebody with my right hand, and with my right hand, when I mark somebody, I throw something with my right hand, then it goes toward the person I marked.
It
marked
wasn't.
with
It
my right
wasn't.
hand.
It wasn't a Yu-Gi-Oh level of description of how it all
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Which they like to do.
They do.
It's kind of unfortunately Usopp's job now is to explain what's happening.
Yeah. Because he's not
He'll just be
scared
like-
anymore, so now he's just like, what is he gonna do? He's not scared, so he has to do something.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I can't believe that Zoro just cut that guy with his swords 3 times.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's
Anyway, you keep going. I have their names, by the way.
great. I mean, we can interrupt right now. I'm ready.
Let's finish this.
Okay, well we'll finish.
Vander Dicken and Horny Jones.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like bloviating about Arlong and how Arlong was like right about his like shit where he's the one, you know, and then like fucking Horny Jones wants to basically pick up where he left off.
Yeah.
Decken makes Hachi. He like marks Hachi and then tosses a sword and then stabs into the back of Hachi. And then he's like, run! And then Hachi starts running, and then he throws a bunch of arrows in the air. And then it's like Hachi trying to run away while the arrows are chasing him.
Did you ever play that game in Super Mario 64 where you summon one of the 1-up mushrooms that follows you? And then you see how
No.
long you can stay away from it?
No.
It's really scary.
Oh, that does sound
Because it just
scary.
like floats slowly toward you. And it's not like you're not going to die, you're just going to get 1-up. But like when you're like in the mindset of I have to dodge that.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what Hachi's going through here.
Yeah. That sounds very scary. He tries to get away, but he ends up getting shot by all the arrows.
Yeah.
Some might say he gets arrowed.
Arrowed.
Do you get that reference?
I do. That's a strong bad reference.
Hell
Specifically
yeah.
Teen Girl Squad.
Hell yeah. I was explaining Teen Girl Squad to someone the other day because someone said something and I just went, the ugly one. And then they were like, what is that? And then I had to explain what homestarrunner.com was and then like all of everything else. And I was like,
the subset like things of that.
yeah, I was like,
So the guy who made Yo Gabba Gabba started. Okay, so we cut over to a different scene, but first we have their names are the Minister of the Right and the Minister of the Left.
oh Jesus, that's stupid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
in
say
English anyway. I don't know what their Japanese.
I'm
names
gonna
are.
say the right one is with Brooke and the left one is not.
Whoa. Yeah, you got it.
All right. I thought you were gonna go,
Hell
whoa,
yeah.
you got it wrong.
You got, no, you got the right one right and the left one right.
Hell yeah. All right, Mr. Right and Mr. Left. Those are their names
Yeah.
now. Fucking Horny Jones lays out his plan for tossing for Decken to toss dudes at the hard taco shell.
I thought this was actually really funny because I thought they like shot them out of cannons, and then I was like, "Oh my god, they just fucking
He just fucking tossed
yeeted them."
Yeah, it's great. He basically is just like, "We'll set you free if you do a good job," and then like, if not, we're just gonna kill you. And the guys are like, "Oh, I guess we're," and it's like, "We're not giving you time to answer," and then Decken just starts tossing dudes in the air.
Yeah, Horty is just really went to some extremes too. He's like, "You guys are just like tools to be disposed of." Mm-hmm. He's a nasty boy. I find like inherently because Horty is just Arlong 2,
Yeah,
which isn't super interesting, but like it's interesting to see that there's like, even though Arlong was taken care of, that like mentality still exists in the world. Is more interesting than a lot of villains we have who are like, I want dirt.
Yeah.
Because like it's interesting because you like we get to see them later as kids and like what they went through and why they see the world the way they do.
Yeah.
It's just that they got pushed to such an extreme to the point where they will like enslave children.
Yeah.
So they're not good people, but you can see that like it's like the society that they grew up in.
You can see the ripple effect of injustice after injustice that builds upon itself, creating the attitude in the individual.
the direction that people go in lives, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting. Subtext.
In
an anime.
Meanwhile, Sanji's asking the guards about Mermaid Princess, and Chopper's yelling at him because he doesn't want him to die. The guards try to handcuff Sanji, and he's like, "How am I going?" He's like, "I'm not going to be able to cook for her if I'm handcuffed."
Yeah, Chopper's so fucking done with Sanji, and it's really fun.
It's very fun. It's very good.
Like, this little boy has so much love in his heart for this creepo, but he's like also just like, I can't with you like you have to fucking stop.
He has some great lines later episodes, we will say, where he's just like, he's okay now.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. It's all right.
Anyway, they're arguing, and then they find Hachi. Hachi appears, and Hachi warns them about the the new Fishman pirates. We see the pirates at the palace.
Yeah, we cut back. Brooke and the Mr. Wright are rushing back with pirates following them, and they're talking about getting to the switch. And then, like, fucking Zoro here is so good. Like, Usopp's like, how are we going to handle this? And Zoro's just like, I'll cut him.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to cut him up. I'm going to
cut him up.
I'm going to murder him. It's going to be great.
Zoro's gone, like, full dog. Like, he's just like, those are bad guys? I'm just going to attack them.
Yeah. It's great. But he has such great little quips. It's delightful. We learn that the Sea Forest is actually a graveyard. We see Jimby reflecting there, and we learned that the Queen, which I wrote her name down way later, Otohime was assassinated 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode.
Your boy will get his due later. For now, the MVP is infographics.
Which boy?
You'll know.
I gave best dressed again to Shirahoshi wearing Megalo, who's wearing the Crimin shirt again.
It's still pretty good.
There weren't any new kind of outfits this time, but we'll get there. I got some good ones coming up. Episode
535. I just call this one Jimby Takes a Nap. I think because he was just kind of meditating.
Yeah.
Which I thought was...
Yeah.
These aren't my best titles, but I think...
It's okay. We're in the feels today. So, like, we're projecting that we are going to be doing our best today, but also, like, the actual outcome might not be as what we expected.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry... Never mind. I was gonna say Merry Pearl Harbor Day, but that feels bad too.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, not merry. I take that back. A lot of bad things happened that day as well. I apologize.
The episode titles are just kind of like a small action that happens.
Yeah.
In the episode, I'm kind of on that train. Anyway, Megalo is struggling. He's kind of wants to sneeze. And he sneezes out Shiro occasionally, and Shiro and Luffy are just having a time looking at the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Then Luffy's just like, what are those fish in the sky? And he spots the like zoo animal fish with the fishmen on them.
Yeah.
And then he's like, interesting. And we see the fishermen pirates aboard them. We get a whole scene about the border guard noticing more fishmen coming into the district, and they're kind of getting nervous about it.
They say something
because-
about they're like trying to talk on the transponder snail, and they're like, "Is your transponder snail sick?" And I didn't realize.
Oh yeah, it's like not going through.
Yeah, is that a thing that's been established that if the snail isn't feeling well, then it doesn't work? Because that's awesome.
Kind of with Buggy at Marineford, like
Oh right, because
the snail was too nervous to
depressed.
perform.
He was like depressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like you have to take care of your snail. You got to feed it.
Feed that ego.
Imagine if you had to feed your cell phone. It's like, hold on, just drop some like.
Just got a baby
Fish
bird.
food in
Just
there.
got a baby bird into my cell phone, so it'll work. I only have some really hard nuts, so I gotta chomp these down so we
Here,
can
have
swallow.
some cashews, little. Have some cashews, little boy.
Yum yum. What if your phone was just a little boy and you just said, "Oh, hi there," and you talked to him, and then he just went like,
I'd feel weird about having a little boy in my pocket.
Well, I mean, in the context of life right now, but like what if it was a little robot guy with legs? Would that make you feel better?
That'd be okay.
Because it's less
yeah.
less fleshy.
That's kind of. I think Pokemon, they have cell phones, but they're like the cell phones are Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah, like they're alive.
Oh.
I don't know how much of the Pokemon world is like the Flintstones, where it's like, oh, I gotta do my dishes, and then like you like squeeze on your Blastoise and you start spraying your dishes with water.
I don't know. That's interesting. I feel like I don't know.
Like I gotta charge my phone,
Like,
you just like put it on Pikachu's face.
Yeah, like Ash Ketchum's mom basically has like the one and done with Mr. Mime, where she's just like, he takes care of all my needs. He washes the dishes, he cooks, he cleans. Other stuff.
Do you know how old Ash's mom is?
No.
29.
Whoa, no!
Yeah, we're
No!
older than Ash's mom.
No. How old's Mr.
Yup.
Mime?
Oh, 40.
How old is Mr. Mime? Look it up right now. This is a One Piece
How
podcast.
old
I need to
is
know how old Mr.
is-
Mime is.
I know.
How old is Mr. Mime?
Delilah's Mr. Mime. Her name is.
Her name's Delilah?
Ketchum, but
Hey
Yeah.
there, Delilah. How old is your Mr. Mime?
gender unknown, ability unknown.
Age?
Oh, sorry, it's Delia. Delia Ketchum.
Delia. Hey there, Delia. What's it like with Mr. Mime?
Wow, they go on vacation.
You go on vacations together. I can't believe you have the time to fuck that Pokemon. You should really stop fucking that Pokemon. Delilia. Look at this. We're having a good
Is
time.
Delia I think Delia is the most attractive anime woman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does that say about you and your taste in anime ladies?
I like
Moms?
people who have their shit together, like moms. And Mr. Mime is the second. Close.
How
close
old is Mr. Mime?
It doesn't say. Mimey, Mr. Mime is named Mimey. Mimey debuted in It's Mr. Mime Time. Ash and his friends first saw Mimey using its psychic powers to climb an invisible barrier that How old is Professor Oak?
If he's like 32, I'm going to be so mad.
I'm gonna quit my Professor Oak.
I don't understand.
Okay, he's 50.
Okay, that feels...
He's a good 50.
He's a good
though.
50.
Damn.
If I look like... I would love to look like Professor Oak when I was 50. I don't understand why they
I
don't
want to
just
look
have
like Professor Oak now.
how old Mr. Mime is. I don't understand why this is just like...
Whoa, he's got a Hawaiian cousin named Samson Oak.
Oh, hell yeah.
This dude is like the embodiment of Margaritaville. Matt, hold on. Once One Piece is done, do you want to watch every episode of Pokemon?
Sure, yeah, we'll do...
I've only ever, like,
Pokefun? Pokefun?
I started to watch the original recently, like, well, last winter, And the writing in the dub is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Because a character will just be like, Misty will be like, Ash, we need to like go do this, and Ash will just be like, you're fucking ugly, and then just run off and go beat the shit out of something. Like, have you seen the things about how strong Ash is?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
He'll like hold his arm out, and it's like a Pokemon. Then you look up the Pokemon's weight, and it's like 50 pounds.
Yeah, it's like the Shaggy thing.
Yeah,
Shaggy's so powerful. Anyway, did we?
Matt, I think you might be Mr. Mime.
Me?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll send you a picture.
I mean, you can. I think I'm more of
This
a
looks
far.
exactly like
I think I'm more far-fetched. I like to be a far-fetched.
That's what I identified you as if you were a Pokemon. But also, you kind of have this energy. I don't know.
I do have. I do. That's me when I go on vacation. That's how I look.
It's just a picture of Mr. Mime and like
It's just a picture of me. I don't know what
a
you're talking
nice
about.
shirt.
Mike, if
Just a
you were a
picture of
Pokemon, how would you say your name?
Michael.
What was it?
Michael. Michael.
Did you hear that?
Just barely.
Okay, I'd be a ghost Pokemon. I go.
Michael.
Nice.
Michael.
I don't even like ghost Pokemon. Well, I don't dislike ghost Pokemon, but
Yeah. More like a psychic Pokemon? I would be
that hurt my throat.
I'd sound like this. Maya. Maya. Maya.
Yeah.
Maya. 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 Maya.
Michael.
Maya. Is this good podcast? Is this good podcast for you all?
Hey, everybody, write in and let us know if we should cover all of Ben 10 or all of Pokemon once we defeat One Piece.
Oh yeah, with Spectacular Kevin or whatever.
Yeah. Super Kevin.
Kevin Levin. What's his name?
Megan. I think his
Megan Kevin.
Christian name is Kevin Levin.
11 Kevin.
Levin. How far into this fucking episode did we get?
We've
Kevin Levin.
only said one episode of the. we should get back to One Piece, I think. But yeah, if you want to let us know how you would sound as a Pokemon, send us an audio recording to funpiecepodcast@gmail.com or send it in the Discord link in the description. If you do, please record it to the Gatorwine Island of the Discord. That's where all the Pokemon impressions should go.
Please.
Thank you.
I don't know. I think it's Ultimate Kevin.
Ultimate Kevin. Yeah, but his last name is like Schblevin or something. Kevin Schblevin.
It's Kevin Levin.
Kevin Levin. Kevin Bevan. Anyway, Luffy and the Princess are looking.
He has a quote. Hold on. He has a quote on the Ben 10 fandom wiki. And it's just, I'm not evil, I'm nuanced. Kevin to 10-year-old Ben.
Nice.
He kind of looks like if somebody had diarrhea and they pooped out a Casey Jones.
Interesting.
Yeah. Kind of like a budget kid. Well, okay, he looks better in...
Is that...
Sometimes he's like...
this isn't me...
all chin.
Anytime you say anything about Spectacular Kevin, I just picture, I don't know why, but I just picture like a 2D animated Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
Is that what he looks like? Because that's hilarious. Just specifically the hairstyle. The hairstyle of Matt Mercer is what I imagine Spectacular Kevin's hair looks like.
The picture I'm looking at right now.
This is really relevant to One Piece. Everyone, things happened in these episodes, but not a ton happened. It was just a lot of there's pirates, there's fishmen, we're fighting. So we gotta pad it out. Oh yeah, look, it's Matt Mercer. It's just Matt Mercer. Wow.
Somehow never voiced by Matt Mercer.
Yeah, it looks like Matt Mercer. It's just jacked Matt Mercer.
What? What do you think? Matt, I think we have to watch Ben 10 because it says under relationships on the wiki, aborted counterparts.
Ash Caption's mom.
Matt It says aborted counterparts.
Oh.
Did Kevin Levin have a twin who was
Well, no.
Kevin Ethan Levin?
Doesn't he
What
like?
is
Doesn't he like? Doesn't he have like aliens in his wristwatch or whatever? So maybe he had to like only
I
so
think
much.
Ben does.
Oh, Kevin had aborted.
He had an aborted count. It's from a different timeline. It's from a different timeline.
Okay,
So that's
okay.
why he was aborted.
Hey,
It's one of those time abortions.
hey, Ben 10's got the right to choose, okay, and we support that. We will make space for
Why
that,
does-
and we will support it and make sure Ben 10 is safe.
Hell yeah. Kevin's body, Kevin's choice.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Not to belittle that. Generally, anybody can do whatever they want with their body.
yeah.
Under equipment, he's got plumber snake, plumber suit, and new car. There's other stuff.
New
but those are,
car,
like,
let's
the most- New car.
Hell yeah.
He's
All right.
also got the Rust Bucket 3.
Rust Bucket 3. What happened to Rust Bucket 1 and 2? All right.
It's a spaceship.
All right, Mike.
the fuck
We
is
got to
this
talk
show?
about One Piece.
Okay, you talk about
The
it. I'm looking at
Fishman
calendars.
Pirates, they roll up to the palace. Fucking, they're going to attack the motherfucking King Neptune and his guards and stuff. But also, in those little fish, there's Fishman Pirates. They're attacking all over the towns, all over Fishman Island. Things going crazy over here. They're trying to take the new Fishman Pirates are trying to take all of Fishman Island in one singular go.
Yes.
Will it pan out? We'll see. We cut over to Robin, and she's going to talk to the trees in the sea
Just gonna
forest.
go see what the Ents are up to. She's looking for a poneglyph.
Yup.
Remember when we thought poneglyphs were funny?
Poneglyphs?
Poneglyph.
Yeah, poneglyphs. I still think they're funny. Just a big rock that Robin's reading, and she's like,
We were
unraveling the mysteries of life.
so young back then.
We were. Pink pony glyphs. Keep on dancing with the pink pony glyphs.
That's good. That's good.
Guards roll up to Robin. They're like, we're going to attack. And she's like, nah. And she makes giant limbs. We don't see what the giant limbs are, though. We just see the shadow of the giant limbs. Were they arms? Were they legs?
Their thighs.
We don't know.
Big, juicy thighs.
But anyway, she's like, I gotta take care. She takes care of the business, get rid of them, because she's got to go track down this poneglyph and figure out about the Void Century, baby. Meanwhile, in the palace, the Straw Hats are just like ruining the day, like just ruining dudes, just taking them out. Zoro's like, I'm having a great time. I got to drink, and now I'm fighting guys. Well, the rest of the Straw Hats are like, we wanted that banquet. What the hell?
Yeah.
Zoro, Brook, Nami, and Usopp are just taking out dudes.
Yeah, like no problem.
Megalo.
Cut back to Luffy, and we cut back to Luffy, and he's just like, I'm still thinking about those fish. And then he talks about being strong, and then they cut back to the palace. Mm-hmm. And the fucking like royal guard guy, like the Mr. Right and Mr. Left, are like kink shaming Zoro. They're like, you seem really into this. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And Zoro's just like, I like fighting. It's not weird.
I wrote something. Brooke just said, no, thank you. And I don't remember why.
Brooke is so along for the ride because he's got like no connection to anything happening.
Yeah, it's great.
Whatsoever.
He's
He's just like, I'm just here.
He's just
I
having
don't
a good
know.
time.
He's like, I'm excited because how many whales are around?
Oh my god, yeah.
Love whales.
The humans end up, the human pirates end up releasing the bubble tunnel to the palace, so that down to where Horny Jones is, which is not great. Frankie,
No.
we cut over, and Frankie and Tom's bro Den find the Sunny, which is exciting.
Yeah. At some point, somebody's like talking shit about Luffy. Like, I think Neptune deduces exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, the princess is inside Megalo, and Luffy took her.
Yep.
And everyone's like, that's ridiculous. And then it cuts to Luffy sneezing.
Yeah.
Which is a thing. I don't know if that's just an anime thing or it's like you sneeze when somebody's talking about you.
I think maybe.
I've heard that before. I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, then we got the Frankie stuff.
Yeah,
Frankie and Den.
Den's like really admiring the ship, being like, "Nice job, it's pretty good." And he says because he, Frankie was good buds, family, if you might say. He's family of Tom's, so he's like, "I'll coat your ship free of charge with gusto." So that's great.
Yeah, Frankie mentions how he wanted to make a ship as good as Roger's, with the Atom tree branch. They talk a lot about fertile seas.
They talk about fertile seas. They talk about just like Frankie mentions. They talk about how fish and merfolk fuck.
Yeah, fishmen diversity. How like they're like, it's weird to us how you all look so similar, like in your families.
Yeah,
because you all like share traits. But like for us, it's just normal to like your sibling will look completely different from you. That's just why we don't really discriminate based on looks.
Yeah,
the way humans do.
He says, "How you look doesn't say a thing about who you are."
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that's nice. Fuck yeah.
And then Den immediately says, "Are you one of your parents a robot? Are you a robot?" And Frankie's like, "It's complicated. I lost a fight to a train." Mm-hmm. And then I became a cryptid.
And I guess Den has been in contact with Kokoro.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Kokoro told me things."
Yeah. Damn, she's still fine as ever.
We see Jimby. Jimby's over there.
Yeah, Jimmy's like, "Hey, guys."
Yep.
He doesn't actually say that. He's just taking a nap.
Yep. We cut over. Fucking Vanderdecken and Horny Jones walk right into the palace.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking.
I feel like we were led to believe, I guess things will slow down. But I thought it was going to take a lot longer to get to the action than it has.
I just think like we're building. It just feels like it's like there's a bunch of action and then they're like lore dump, then more action and then more lore dump.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, Decken and Horty make it into the palace. What do we find out about Horty, Matt?
What?
What do we find out about Horty here? That he was a soldier.
He was a soldier of Neptune's.
Yeah, he was a decorated soldier.
He was a decorated soldier. Sorry, you're like jumping way ahead to my.
Oh, was I?
I think so.
I have the note that they like make their way into the palace. Then they mention that he's a decorated soldier.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed some stuff.
That's fine. I might have missed it too. I wrote a word I can't read. Fishman blows straw hats. What does that mean?
Huh.
Who blows the straw hats, Mike? Who did that?
I don't remember anybody blowing anybody else.
Yeah.
I know they like are like, "Hey, Shirahoshi's not here," and then Deccan's like freak out.
The fuck out. Yeah.
And then Horty's like, "You can just throw something and it'll go toward her."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he like runs out and throws a piece of coral and then surfs on it.
Yeah. And
like
off he goes.
God, was it like Tao or whatever from Dragon Ball? The dude who throws the pillar.
Oh yeah.
Reference.
Yes. Horny deducts that she's still around. Yeah, he tosses the thing. Yeah. That's the end of the episode. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, a very important thing happens where it cuts to Luffy and he says, "And that's the time that I had a big fart." And Shirahoshi's like, "Hell yeah, man, that's great."
Yup.
And then the MVP is everyone going to the same place.
Ooh. I like that. My best dressed was Brooke with Mr. Right on his back.
Ooh,
I don't know why.
Double man.
I just liked it. It was nice.
Got that Banjo-Kazooie energy.
Yeah, it just felt because he held him there for so long.
Yeah.
He's still holding him right now, I think.
As we speak.
Yeah.
Episode 536. Horty versus Zoro, their big battle underwater for 10 seconds.
Hell yeah.
I liked that the title of this was like, this episode, it's just Horty and Zoro fighting. That's all it is.
But
that doesn't really happen.
Not really.
much.
It wasn't.
It's almost not any of the episode.
Yeah. We get more clouds.
Yeah, Megalo's still struggling, fighting for his life.
Yep. Megalo's crying. Neptune's crying.
Yep.
Nami recognizes
Bleeding.
the Arlong pirate tattoo.
Yep.
The sun pirate tattoo, if you will.
Well, he's got the Arlong.
Oh yeah, he's got the Arlong
The Arlong
tattoo.
pirate
yeah,
one
yeah,
is
yeah.
different, and then the sun pirate one is different.
Horny's the former Neptune, bro. You notice he's got a little red eye going on.
A little bit of red eye.
It's not like the full red eye. But yeah, I think he took a little bit of that. Took a little something, a little PD.
Yeah. This is the lesson here is don't do drugs.
Yep. We get flashback of humans being dicks to Fishman. We get Arlong like saving the day.
Yeah, Arlong saves Horty and the other guys as kids.
Yep.
So, he loves fishmen.
Yeah. He wanted to be like the right hand of Arlong, is what he said, or what Horny said. I wrote Brooke makes a funny. I don't remember what Brooke said, but again, Brooke said something funny that made me laugh.
I think Arlong is like, or
I remember.
Brooke is like, oh, an Arlong, and he's like, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what anybody's talking about right now.
He's like, I have no idea what any of you were talking about.
Like I'm completely, and Lysop's like, dude, not
the time, not the time. Yes,
we saw some shit, man.
That's exactly what it is. I was having a great time with that. Horny then uses
because Nami's like right there.
Yeah. Horny then grabs a pillar in the building and starts like ripping it down. Mm-hmm. And as that's happening, Nami's like, Kami, I need a favor, and then they disappear.
Yep. And the room starts filling with water.
Yes. And what does Horny Jones do? Is he grabs a bunch of water and starts throwing water darts at people.
Yeah, what did Arlong call that? Did he call that shark arrows or whatever?
I think so.
I thought he called that something else.
I'm just calling it water darts. But he starts whipping them at like the guards and everything, and then Neptune basically just starts fucking taking it to the chest like no big deal. And Zoro's just deflecting it, which is delightful.
It's cool to see.
So cash.
He like before they like hit the guards, he's like, those are gonna hit the guards.
Yeah,
like he immediately knows.
He's kind of a big deal. Zoro's kind of a big deal, Mike. I don't know if you knew this or not.
Zoro is a pretty big deal. I like that he's funny.
Yeah. Me too. But also a big deal. Anyway, he does a one-sword style bird dance right at Horny Jones. But what does Horny Jones do? He picks up a fishman and uses him as a fishman shield. And
he does. Horny's kind of a piece of shit.
And then immediately Zoro's like, oh, okay. And he orders, he's like, we promised that no one would get hurt, but now someone is hurt. So untie everyone, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. And it was like, oh. And then immediately all the Neptune and all them are like, oh, this guy's cool.
Yeah, he's like, negotiations are over. We said we wouldn't let any of the guards get hurt, and we failed. So
yeah, like untie them.
That's it.
And then immediately Neptune and them are like, oh, the Straw Hats are actually the good guys. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. At this point, I think they notice that Nami and Kami are just gone.
Yep.
Usopp's fending off some fishmen with a big stinky flower.
A green star Rafflesia?
Yeah. Zoro frees King Neptune and then is like, hey, can you help Usopp and Brook get out of here? And then he dives underwater to face off with big Horny Jones.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Frankie's inspecting the Sunny, being like, looking good, Sunny. Robin rolls up and is just like, "Hi." He's like, "What's that?
Yeah,
What's that?"
she doesn't say hi to Frankie. She goes, "Oh, hi, Sonny."
Yeah, and Frankie's just like,
then
"Hey, Robin."
Yeah, and then she's like, "Okay, bye," and just goes into the woods.
Yeah. I love that later, and then when someone asks about him, he's like, "Oh yeah, Robin's off doing Robin stuff."
Yeah, he's like, "Robin's doing Robin business," and everyone's like, "Yep, okay."
That sounds right. Yep. Fucking, we cut back, and Zorro and Horny Jones are underwater. Horny Jones is throwing a lot of water darts at Zorro, and he's like, no, and he does a 3-sword style Tatsumaki.
Yep, I wrote spinny move.
Yeah, sweet, big old spinny move.
I write Luffy's moves. I don't think I write anybody else's.
That's fine. I write everybody's moves for the most part, except for Sanji.
Yeah, well, it's always like French.
It's not even that it's French. Sanji just says so many things in a row. Because he'll say one thing as he's powering up, and then he'll say like Diable Jambe, and then he'll say like two other things, and you're like, which one was it?
I think friend of the show Casey has pointed out that he's saying what part of the body he's about to hit or something, mixed with some other stuff. I don't know.
And like meat. I don't know.
Oh, I tend to take note of Chopper's, but Chopper doesn't say his moves very often. He's just got the cloven hoof thing.
Yeah. Speaking of Chopper and Sanji,
speaking of Chopper,
they're helping Hachi, and the Fishman Island residents are like surrounding them, being like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?"
Yep.
But right as they're getting surrounded, Luffy comes flying by, and he hops down, and he's like, "Hey guys, what are you doing?" And then Megalo just has no fucking chill, and just
I wrote Megalo has hit his limit.
Yeah,
he just takes like a solid minute just to like struggle to not vomit, and then he just throws Shira up.
Yeah,
who, in his defense, is the size of him.
Yeah, she's quite large, and like the whole time the residents are like, "What are you doing here? We have to take you into custody. Like, you're not to be trusted. You're supposed to be arrested right now. Like, what we heard, like, Straw Hats are going to try to steal mermaids and stuff. What if they take the princess?" And then all of a sudden it's just like, "Oh, well, there she is. She's right there."
Yeah. It's like, well, shit.
And
Sanji... Sorry, you're about to say?
No, it's fucking great. Sanji's looking one way, not at where Princess Shirahoshi is, and Chopper's
he's looking at nothing.
Yeah, he's just looking in the distance, and Chopper's like, "Sanji, whatever you do, do not turn around."
And Sanji just staring at nothing and just goes, "Why? Is something going on back there?"
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. The MVP for me was misleading title cards.
Ooh, nice. My best dressed was Zorro, all wet.
Wetto.
Wet Zorro.
3-sword style wet Zorro.
3-sword wet.
No, it's a good thing Sanji didn't see that.
Exactly.
Oh, he wouldn't have survived.
No, he would have juiced his hot dog bun.
Episode 537. Sanji turns around.
Yeah, he does.
First note, Decken riding that coral.
Yeah, he does. He's coming so hard on that coral. Sanji turns over a new leaf. What?
We're gonna get to it, but Deccan's a fucking pedophile.
Yes, he is. Decken,
like hardcore. I hope this guy dies.
Yeah, I also hope this guy fucking dies. He saw a child and said, "I'm gonna marry that girl." And then everyone was like, "No, you're not." And then he said, "Yes, I am." And then for 10 years, he's just been going, "I'm going to fucking marry that girl or I'm going to fucking kill her." And it's like, this is an absolute psychopath.
We need like a gulag with just Zorro and him in it.
Yeah. And Zorro would peel his skin off of his body in too many layers. In so many layers that he could then make a whole outfit out of him.
Maybe I think the worst thing they could do to him is if they just drop him in the ocean where he can still breathe, but he won't be able to move. Like, so he's just there.
That's pretty good. I do like
I think
that.
that'd be a good one.
Yep.
Anyway, Decken sucks.
Decken sucks so bad.
Decken's a piece of shit.
The
Decken's like he's right there with that groomer from Thriller Bar.
Yeah, Egon. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck them both. They both fucking suck.
Pieces of shit.
Get them the fuck out of here.
Anyway, continue.
They're right down there with Rob Lucci.
Who?
That fuck with a pigeon. Anyway.
Do you think Rob Lucci comes back?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because I've seen pictures of him with a different shitty outfit.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just from cover stories. or not.
I think he's going to come back.
Oh no, he's on a fucking he's on a manga cover. He's got to come
Yeah,
back.
I'm pretty sure he comes back, but maybe he comes back in like a fun Dragon Ball Fast and Furious way, where maybe he comes back and he's like, we were enemies before, but now there's a greater enemy, so we have to be family now.
I bet he's gonna show up and Luffy's just gonna give him a good right hook and he's gonna be done.
I want him to show up and Luffy goes, "Who are you?" And then
Oh my god, please. And then like behind him he just goes, "Oh shit, is that Chicky Cheetah?"
Yeah,
and Chicky
yeah.
Cheetah's like,
Lucci, because he goes, "Oh, Chicken Cheetah, it's so good to see you." And Rob Lucci's just like, "What the fuck is happening?"
and he's like, "I'm not Chicky Cheetah." And he's like, "I know, strange man I've never seen before. I'm talking to Chicky Cheetah behind you."
Yeah.
And Chicky Cheetah's like, "I'm Chicky Cheetah. What's going on?"
Hey, what's going on? It's me, Chicken Cheetah. I never talked before.
I love kiwis. Oh, yeah.
Check it out. I got a bag full of love a kiwi.
You guys want to see me do a backflip?
Yep.
And then he does one and everyone freaks out.
Hell yeah. The fucking Fishman Island town folks are really mad at Luffy because it looks very apparently likely he kidnapped, he mermaid-napped Princess Shirahoshi. Sanji's still there like, "What's behind me, Chopper?" And Chopper's like, please,
Okay,
don't
Sanji's-
turn around. And he's just like, you have to tell me what's behind. He lights a cigarette and he's just like, is there a mermaid princess behind me?
He fucking hears her cry and he's like, "She's here." And Chopper's like, "Please no, Sanji,
Yeah.
you can't die." And then he like slowly turns around. He's like,
he says,
"I've accepted. This is my dream."
He's like-
"I'm okay. It's okay to die here."
He says, "I'd rather reach for the stars and die right now than not turn around." And then he turns around and immediately sees her and turns to stone.
Sanji gets hard.
He like, as he's doing it too, he's like Boa Hancock is the most beautiful woman in the world, and this princess's beauty has to be like even more beautiful than Boa Hancock. And he's just like, it's so, and then immediately turns to stone, and then the town just like ties up Sanji, Chopper, Luffy, and Hachi.
Yeah. I wonder if this is like the end of intolerable Sanji and we're just back to like kind of annoying Sanji.
It might be. I mean, Chopper acknowledges that a little bit after this. As they're tied up, Luffy sees Decken flying and he goes, "Oh no, there he comes." And then Decken is shouting down at Shirahoshi, being like, "You're gonna marry me. I love you. Why won't you? You have to answer me now. Are you gonna marry me or not? I love you, or I'm gonna kill you." And then she just goes, "You're just not my type." And I believe he immediately just does like a quick like, "What?"
Yeah, he
which made me laugh.
he is.
I was like, "What
hurt.
a dick."
Do you want to guess how old Vanderdecken the Ninth is?
I'm gonna say Vanderdecken the Ninth is 27.
Up.
29.
No.
37.
Down.
34.
Up.
36.
Down.
35.
35 years old. Guess how old Shirahoshi is?
I think she's 17.
Down.
She's 15?
One more up.
16?
16 years
Okay.
old. Japan, get your fucking shit together.
So a
Jesus
25-year-old
Christ.
25-year-old pirate saw a
man.
man saw a
And a
6-year-old.
35-year-old man still sees a 16-year-old
Yes.
child.
Yes, of course. A child who's like 4 times the size of him. But anyway, a 25-year-old pirate saw a 6-year-old and went, "That's my wife." What the fuck? Is this like Twilight where like he like maybe because he has the mark fruit and so maybe he imprinted on her like Jacob did to Bella's child, spoilers, in Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1. That's not it. Yeah, Breaking Dawn? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Maybe it's like
It's
that.
part
Maybe
2.
it's like that, Mike. Maybe it's like that.
Yeah.
Which is
I
no less
guess.
worse.
It's not good.
It's no less better or worse. It's the same. But maybe
people can
yeah.
people can be in their 20s. I know you realize that later, but like maybe you shouldn't make the giant busty almost naked princess 16 years old.
Should we go delve into the when is like the age of fertility for merfolk?
The age of consent for murder.
Yeah, what's the age? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like cats where like they get to like 1 to 3 years old and they're of age. I'm just trying to help Oda out a
I'm
little
gonna guess
bit here.
it's similar.
I'm just trying to help Oda out here. We don't have to delve into this anymore.
So fucking annoyed.
Fucking gross. Just gross. Anyway, he rolls up, he throws shit, and Luffy blocks it. Fucking Luffy then immediately does an observation hockey to all of the fucking surrounding Fishman people and just knocks them on their asses, and then immediately second gears while still tied up and does a gum jet hammer where he basically just like locks his legs around fucking deck and does like a fucking Frankensteiner on him into the ground. And then he
really good.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. And then Deccan's head's just smashed into the ground. He's just like head standing out of the out of the ground.
Wiggling.
And then immediately Sanji's no longer made of stone.
Yeah, he's alive. Luffy's getting untied by Shirahoshi, and then they all fly off. Him, Sanji, Chopper, Hachi, Shirahoshi, and Megala. I think he's at the palace. At this point, I don't know what Papa Gussie is doing.
Papa Gussie's just like panicking and floating in water.
Okay, he's just kind of like, because we don't see him escape or anything.
No, he's
I
just
hope Papa Gussie comes in like the third. I was just trying to look up how old he was, and I wrote Papa Gussie.
Also, as they're about to try to escape, the big sea monkey baby comes out of the sea, and Luffy does a second gear gum jet pistol and breaks one of his fucking teeth and knocks him down. That's delightful as well.
That is really.
How
good.
old is Papa Gussie?
Papa Gussie is 33 years old.
How old is Kami?
She's currently 18. Which there's nothing weird about their relationship, but if I was just a 30-year-old man hanging out with like at the pre-time skip 16-year-old girl,
Yeah.
that might be a little unusual. His intentions are pure, at least. I don't know.
Maybe they're cousins. Who's to say?
They might be. I mean, they just seem like, I think it's like a Doc Brown.
They're co-workers.
Doc Brown, Marty McFly kind of situation.
Yeah. Anyway, Zoro and Horny Jones still going at it. We cut over and Nami's with Kami. She's asking about Jimby. She's like, gotta get to the sea forest. Zoro's going to pass out underwater because he's been holding his breath for a while. So he last minute does a one sword style lion strike and just fucking slices Horny Jones right across the belly.
Dude, this shit was so cool.
Yup.
Fucking Horty Jones.
And that's the end of the episode. Who's your MVP, Michael?
Strong rope.
Hell yeah. My best dressed is that big sea monkey baby with Luffy's fist in his mouth.
Horty Jones, 30 years old.
Hell yeah, Horny Jones.
Get it, man.
Get it.
Get it. I'm just curious about ages. Okay, yeah.
Episode 538.
538. Teach a fish man, fight man, fish man, fish man, fight.
Food.
Food.
Eat for a year.
Eat for a year.
Hell yeah.
Zoro needs air. Fishes do drugs.
That is my first note. Zoro goes for air. Fishermen all take energy steroids. Yeah.
He gets grabbed by a ghoulie.
Grabbed by a
Then he
ghoulie.
fights him off. And then motherfucking dude is like running out of air underwater and still talks.
Yeah. Still talks. Still does a one sword style 36 caliber Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Takes out a bunch of
Get
dudes.
to breathe.
Gets air.
Gets air. I do
Get
have the
it.
note. Gets air.
Hell yeah.
Zoro gets sick air.
Yeah, it just launches right out of the water. Get pitted. So pitted. Neptune's guards getting picked off as...
Neptune's cool here. He like blocks.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was before. That was before he was blocking people, but now he's like, I'm gonna try to save everybody.
Yep.
He's carrying people.
He gives Usopp... He gives Usopp one of the coral bubble maker things.
Yeah, he gives himself and Brook the like bubble helmets, but he throws it to Zoro, and Zoro does not catch it.
Yeah. And then he does a fucking Kamehameha water blast.
Yeah, that shit was so cool.
Yeah, he says, Merman Combat Ultramarine.
I was under the impression that Shirahoshi was much older, but very childish. But her being 16 makes King Neptune being mortified about the situation even more practical than it already was.
Yeah.
He's like, my fucking God, my
shut-in child who literally hasn't been socialized or had the light of day for 10 years since she was 6 years old is in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Concerning.
Fucking Neptune gets knocked the fuck down after doing his big Kamehameha water blast, but who rolls in to save the day? It's Hoey. Ho. It's Ho the whale.
Hoey.
Hoey the whale. Ho the whale, baby.
Yep. Which is a little short-lived because very quickly Horty does some drugs and grabs Neptune's butt.
Yep. Stops him in his tracks. So what does Neptune do? He sacrifices himself. He says, I'm going to stay behind. Guards, go get my sons.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Fukaboshi looks like Matt Mercer as well? Speaking of cartoon characters that look like Matt Mercer. Fukaboshi? Or is it Fukayoshi?
It's Fukaboshi, the blue one, right?
Yeah, he looks like Matt Mercer. He looks like jacked Matt Mercer, much like Ultimate Kevin.
Is it just the hair? Hold on, let me look at it.
I think it's the hair, probably.
Because Matt Mercer has like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these prominent...
Matt Mercer would be a good Fukaboshi for the a live action.
All these side characters looking like Matt Mercer.
I really like that the other two brothers are like little freaks, and then Fukaboshi will just like look like they'll be like, "Yo, cha cha cha! I think this is going down," and then Fukaboshi will be
mambo, mambo.
Fukaboshi will just look at them and go, "You've made a really good point here. I think we should take into consideration."
Yeah,
it's a real good dynamic. These three are great.
Yeah, it's great. They get the message that they need to. They get a transponder snail that they should go to the wheel. What is it? The water wheel town.
Yep, water wheel.
And then I wrote the
Water wheel's
note, a lot of talk about doing stuff.
They leave to go to Waterwheel Town, and then as they leave, another fishman like comes out of the shadows, and he's like, "I thought we were all supposed to attack at once, because basically everywhere on the island's getting attacked right now." So Fukaboshi and the brothers leave as this dude comes out of the shadows. We cut back to Luffy and Shirahoshi as they make it to the sea forest. Tachi, Chopper, and Sanji. They meet up with Frankie. Luffy's introducing everybody. Frankie's like, Robin came by, but she's off doing Robin business in the woods. And Luffy's like, yep, that makes sense. That's what Robin does.
And he goes, this is Crybaby.
Yeah, this is Crybaby. And she's like, you can call me Shirahoshi if you please.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, but her name is Crybaby.
Yeah. Jimby's there.
Do you think he's projecting on her because he was a crybaby?
Maybe.
He cried more than she did.
He did cry a lot. Jimby rolls up.
Jimby's like, yeah. Jimby shows up.
He like
he's excited, introduces everyone.
Yeah, he sees Shirahoshi and he freaks out, and then he sees Hachi and he freaks out again. Sanji's up and fine, and Chopper's just like, and it's just like, old Sanji's back, and he's just like, oh, you're not being bad anymore. You're just being kind of cool and only like a little bit embarrassing. I don't remember the words he said. That might have been the next episode. But anyway, old Sanji's back? ? Fucking Den appears, and Luffy's like, hey, who are you? Get off my ship. And then,
sorry, I started to find sexy pictures of Fukaboshi.
Okay. Den appears up on the sunny, and Luffy freaks out. And he's like, hey, get off my ship. That's my ship. And Frankie's like, it's cool. He's coding it.
Luffy just being like, oh, I get it. He lives in a den, and he's recoding your brother.
Yeah, he's recoding your brother for you.
There's like a 10-second pause between Luffy and Frankie just gives him a thumbs up, and he's like, close enough, man.
Yeah. Yep. We get another axe flying through the air, and Luffy deflects it. And then we get Shirahoshi. We cut over. She's at the grave of her mother, and she's praying. Nami and Kami appear. Nami immediately is distrustful of Jinbei. And then Chopper's just like, oh, Sanji starts like being like, oh, Nami. And then Chopper just in the background goes, he's okay now.
Yeah. He's fine. It's okay.
Jinbei expresses thanks for defeating Arlong and then to the Straw Hats, and then he apologizes because he's the one who set Arlong free.
Yeah.
Then we get a lot of shots of like Nami's like zooming in on Nami's eyes and like Arlong flashes and stuff.
She has PTSD flashbacks, and I think Jinbei says that he freed Arlong 11 years ago.
Yeah. And that's
which is crazy.
Yeah. And that's the end of the episode.
It is. I think there were some flashbacks in there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of flashbacks, but we get more of the same flashbacks the next episode.
I think we see younger Shirahoshi, and they talk about Dekken being like a super pedophile.
Yeah.
MVP is Robin business.
Nice. I had best dressed was Hoei's courage.
Yeah. I have a question. How do you feel about the was it Hyozo, the like octopus swordsman?
The one who kind of had Big Lips Phil vibes?
Yeah, he seems like he's like, I'm just in it for the money. Like,
yeah.
I feel like he could be redeemed out of everybody.
Big Lips Hill?
He seems like the least aggressively evil.
He's just a sword boy.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed. Hear me out. Anyway, episode 530. 9.
9.
Our last
Sorry,
episode.
I gotta close all these Fukaboshi.
You're just
tabs.
looking at so many.
Well, I got curious because the way he's designed, he's got a lot of flesh downstairs before the shark part kicks in.
Wow, you're just trying to see how much.
I was looking at this is like a statue, but I was looking at art. It's interesting. I don't know if he has a wiener. I don't think they're going to address it, but I hope Luffy asks.
Do merfolk have wieners?
I think the one in the lighthouse had a...
Well, that was the lighthouse.
Vagina.
That was the lighthouse, though.
Do merfolk have wieners?
Do they have cloacas?
Oh, probably.
I feel like there's like a
Yes.
disproportionate amount of cloaca talk on our podcast.
Do you think we need more?
No, I think there's a lot. Way more than
think we
normal.
Do you think we like cloacas too much?
I think we just like saying the word cloaca.
It's got good mouthfeel. Cloaca's got good mouthfeel, Matt.
It does. It has it's got the k sound. I just looked up.
Reddit r/fanfiction asks, what do mermaid dicks look like in your opinion?
In parentheses,
they got 2 dicks.
One can we read it together? They got 2 dicks.
2 dicks.
One main dick, which is more human-like. And for the main event.
The main event.
And then the
sub-dick,
which is a tentacle-like
situation
with a tongue-like flexibility and texture, whose job is to suss out eggs in merladies' vaginas. Or for the pleasure of whomever the merman is doing it with.
Nice.
And
then the next response is, I just love how specific and confident this response is. 2 merdicks per merman.
Okay. I do like someone else just said it's a cloaca situation. It's nice.
It is. It's a cloaca. That's really the summation of our podcast.
A little farther down, someone just said shark dick ooh ha ha, and I really liked that.
They also agree they have 2.
Yeah. Interesting.
Someone said I had to search up fish. Hold on, I'm gonna look at what a fish dick. Fish dick.
Should I text?
Nah.
Should I text my marine biologist sister-in-law out of the blue?
Oh wait,
and say, do you think merfolk have?
Haven't
dicks?
we done that before?
I think something similar. Yes, I'm not going to do that.
I did find out that there's something called a penis fish.
Penis fish?
Yeah.
What is that for?
Bizarre sea penis.
Bizarre
Bizarre out of social media.
Penis? Eurecus?
Yeah, it just kind of looks
unicinctus.
Like you find it?
Oh, it looks like worms.
Yeah.
It just looks like a bunch of worms. Whoa, you got the pee-pee hole, though.
Yeah, it's got the little,
the little pee-pee hole. Got a little pee-pee hole there. Wow. Y'all are missing out. Whoa, that looks like a basket of dicks. That's hilarious. That looks like ketchup on ice.
We've really lost the plot here.
No, we did. Hey, we're in Fishman Island, okay?
Yeah, it's true. We got to learn about Fishman anatomy.
We have to learn about Fishman anatomy and merfolk anatomies. It's fine. This is all for the podcast. It's a One Piece podcast. All of you agree. If you don't agree, please let us know by sending us a transponder snail or joining the Discord. Please let us know if... Just tell us that we need to talk more about this stuff. It's important. Anyway, the Fishman pirates are ravaging Fisherly Hills. Robin's searching for a poneglyph. The fish are basically... Fishman pirates, the new Fishman pirates are like all over Fishman Island, ravaging the place, and then they all have pictures of Queen Otahime, and they're making the citizens like stomp on the picture of her as like a I don't know, allegiance thing,
like a test.
Yeah, for the Fishman pirates.
Did you write down anybody's names?
Nope. Well, I wrote Queen
same.
Otahime.
Well, yeah, she seems important. I think the rest of the guys are just going to get their shit kicked.
Yeah. The whole island's getting beat up by people. The three princes are in Waterwheel Town trying to stop shit. And then around the corner, motherfucking Caribou, we forgot about him, just glorping along.
I tried.
Yep. Just glorping
Tried
along.
really hard to forget about
He's somehow absorbing these merfolk, and then just where are they going? Who knows?
I don't know. In his little caribou
Bussy.
hole.
His Carabussy?
His caribous. God, fuck.
Carabussy. Do you like him now?
Hate this show. No.
Maybe a little more, though. Sanji's going all out. He's making tea for everyone. He goes over to give tea to not only the princess, but also Kami and Nami. And Nami's just like, not the time.
Yeah, it's like, fuck off, dude.
Yep.
He has a giant cup.
He does a
Luffy
big
takes Nami's tea.
I'm pretty sure the princess also takes the tea.
Yeah. Well, Kami, the princess, and Luffy take the tea.
Yeah. Nami's just like, we're trying to have a
Sanji?
serious conversation here, Sanji.
Yeah, then Sanji gets serious, and he brings up Yasuko.
Yasuko!
Who mentioned
Yosaku.
Jinbei.
Yosaku.
Yosaku. Yusuko, Isuko, we all sucko.
Yeah. It's been so long. We love him.
Yeah. And like
Yosaku and Big Bro
I wonder what he's
Johnny.
doing.
Oh.
But yeah, way back when, which I didn't remember, is that he mentioned Jinbei.
Yeah.
Who freed Arlong to become one of the warlords.
Yo.
And then Sanji tells Jinbei that by freeing Arlong, it basically ruined Nami's life. Did a lot of damage, and Jinbei's like, shit, what?
Yep. And then we get a bunch of
then we get
flashbacks.
We just basically get an Arlong Park flashback. Bellemere, Najiko, and Arlong arriving. Flashback to Kokoyashi.
Yep.
Arlong arriving, taking it over. Bellemere's death. Nami being taken. Her being a thief. There's some new stuff of her like stealing stuff and Arlong's deal.
Yeah. And they go through all that, but then Nami says, but like
Yeah. Like after Saba
after
Odi.
Saba Odi and seeing like the persecution of Fishman and Merfolk at Saba Odi, like she's like, I can understand how the Fishman pirates would be pushed
Yeah.
to that.
And it's a cool detail that she points out. She's like, Arlong Park is just Saba Odi Park recreated elsewhere.
Yeah. But
Because
instead,
they were so desperate for their own place.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So she like can see the sadness in it.
Mm-hmm.
They just wanted what the humans had.
Yep. Den, he recounts Fishman Island being like at the start of the Great Pirate Era, being like ravaged by humans and like merfolk and fishmen being like hurt. And then
caused a lot of problems until Whitebeard showed up.
yup. And then basically there were two figureheads of like the kind of peace for all vibes from the Fishman Island, and that was Queen Otahime and Fisher Tiger. And Queen Otahime was like more like kind of figurehead, political in nature, trying to empathize with people, while Fisher Tiger was a little more proactive in that he went right to Marie Joie and was like freeing the slaves there, or the enslaved people.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited to meet Fisher Tiger.
he's dead.
We get some. Well, we're gonna get like 20 episodes of flashback.
Oh yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
Like that'll be fun.
But basically, Fisher Tiger took fishmen who were enslaved at Marie Joie and created the Sun Pirates, Arlong, Hachi, and Jinbei being three of the original, which is why they had those tattoos. And basically saying like Fisher Tiger and the Queen both fought for a better future for everyone. But obviously Fisher Tiger died because he couldn't get the blood transfusion that he needed.
Yeah.
And Queen Otahime was murdered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. And it sounds like there was like some kind of minor, not even conflict, but like the Sun Pirates existing caused problems for what Queen Otahime was trying to do.
Yeah. And that's the end of the episode.
Fucking Jinbei also talks about how, like, man, the people in power sure are, like, huge bigots who perpetuate hate, and they're the people who shouldn't be doing that because they're figureheads.
Yeah, they should
And
be.
that's just relevant.
That's pretty relevant. Absolutely.
Oh, I didn't say that the title of this episode is "This Shit Is Too Relevant, Jinbei."
Yeah, it's true.
But, you know who the MVP was?
Who?
It's Big Lips Phil.
Oh,
Let's put that in there for you.
wow.
Yeah, he
Thank
showed up in
you.
the background. Yeah.
Would you like to know who the best dressed was?
Yeah.
It was Jinbei with his shirt off.
Yeah. Oh, when he takes
Yeah,
like, shows more
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Hell yeah. And that's it.
Yeah, that was 534 to 539, babies. We're cruising. We're gonna be on to Pokefun very soon.
You know what's exciting, Michael?
Funamon.
Our next series
Fun
of
10.
episodes are 540 to 545. And you know
Wow.
what episode 542 is? Filler.
Yay!
I don't know what
filler.
it is, but I know it's filler.
I love filler. Nothing's filler. It's all canon.
Should I look up what it is?
No, we'll find out.
I do know it's filler though.
Big Lips filler.
Big Lips filler.
This recording has gone on for quite a while, Matt. It's a lot longer than I thought I had in me today, but it turns out sorry, I was talking away from my microphone. It turns out that the Fun Piece podcast brings me joy in dark times.
Whoa! Hell yeah!
Yeah, isn't that incredible?
You know, we might have some transponder snails who might from mother funners like you listening at home who might feel the same way.
Oh, that'd be nice. Let's hear him.
Let's hear 'em.
Get the snail.
Click. That was a long one. Took a while
That
to
was
pick
a
up.
deep one. I felt that in my
Click.
soul.
Fixed
There you
it.
go. That was good.
Would you like me to?
Do you wanna-
Yeah, I'll read
do you
it.
want-
This
do you
one.
want me-
This one's.
do you wanna-
This
do you wanna-
one's.
Did you want to?
I'm gonna read the nice one, and you can read the other one.
Fuck. Okay.
This one's from Mike from New Jersey, not Jersey Mike's.
Yo, let's go.
It says, not Jersey
Team
Mike's. This is longtime listener, first time emailer. Hello, Matt and Mike. It's Mike from Jersey, not to be confused with Jersey Mike's. I've been listening for 2 years now and have really enjoyed the run. I never watched One Piece despite being a big fan of anime. I always thought it was super weird and funky and didn't get why it had such a big following. I'd catch parts of an episode, see a weird skeleton and misshapen people, but when the pandemic hit, I decided it was time to give it a shot, and boy was I hooked. One Piece opened up a world of sincerity, juxtaposed with craziness that really hit the spot. Getting caught up to the anime was exciting and also sad as I needed to wait a whole week in between episodes. It was so difficult because I didn't have anyone to really talk about the show. That's when I went to Reddit asking for suggestions. That someone turned me on to the Fun Piece podcast. It's become a,
Whoa, who? What?
it might have been me.
Was it you?
It might have been me. I know at least two of our friends who don't listen to the podcast had posted on Reddit, though. I do know that. Anyway, it might have been me. If it was me, thanks for listening to my random comment, Jersey Mike. It has become my regular go-to during walks with my dog, driving around, and especially while washing the dishes. It's pretty incredible how many things you all have joked about that will eventually happen. I can't wait to hear your reactions when they do. The timing of your podcast is pretty coincidental too, because with the re-edited episodes of Fishman Island arc, you're almost in line with the current anime. I've been meaning to transponder snail for a while, and I always forgot, so I'm sure there was more I wanted to say, but I'll leave that for my next snail, which hopefully won't take another 2 years. We're hoping. P.S. I enjoyed Long Ring Long Land, but didn't really appreciate Foxy. Thanks to the podcast, I now have a deep appreciation for one of Luffy's biggest adversaries. PPS, I feel like I'm not supposed to mention the historian, but shout out to them. I definitely missed their loud typing and reactions to the fun bits and crazy predictions. If I wasn't supposed to mention them, feel free to leave this part out. It's okay to mention the historian. The historian just, we've mentioned it, I think, before in the podcast. 1, they're frozen on ice. 2,
Yeah.
you all love listening to Mike and I every week. But the historian, we're a lot sometimes. So
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't talk about cum that much this week.
I think we did. I think we really did. And also, like, for someone who has, consumed a lot of One Piece, having us dissect singular episodes to an unhealthy degree is probably not that exciting. But we appreciate you all being along for the ride while we talk about inappropriate fluids. PPPS, what Straw Hat do you think would be the most likely to turn on the rest of the crew? Who would it be and how would it happen? Thanks for all you do for the One Piece fandom. Mike from New Jersey, not Jersey Mike's. So this is a good question. This is a question. What Straw Hat do you think would be most likely to turn on the rest of the crew? Who would it be and how would it happen?
Sanji for a woman.
I was thinking the same thing. I think that's that's the
Robin
only...
is okay. Like, so we are. Luffy's the core. Luffy wouldn't.
Luffy wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
Zoro would
not. Zoro loves Luffy too much. Nami would not after everything that happened.
No. Usopp would not because he did that already.
He did that already. I guess Usopp is the most likely.
Yeah.
Usopp was right. Sanji. For a woman, I think so.
I think he genuinely would if like a woman were that interested in him, and also like he felt like they were not like threatening the woman, but
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Huh. Luffy punched
not.
Vivi right in the face, and Sanji didn't do anything.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Anyway, Sanji's top contender
question.
right now.
I don't think Frankie wouldn't.
I don't think Frankie would. I don't think
they're all such ride or dies.
Yeah.
Probably Shelly.
Oh, Shelly.
Shelly probably would. Like, they don't talk about it, but Shelly's got like a dark side that you don't.
I mean, Shelly for sure. I mean, if you count Vivi as an honorary Straw Hat, Vivi did it as well already.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think, Sanji seems to be the front runner. Brooke wouldn't.
No, Brooke's kind of like, I got nothing to gain from it. He wants to hang out with his whale again.
He does want to hang out with his best friend whale, Laboon, and also I think he's just having too much fun.
He is having a blast.
This whole arc, I feel like Brooke is just having a lot of fun. Yeah. I still can't get over when Zoro said the thing about Sanji being a pervert weirdo and Brooke just laughing his ass off, being like, "You got it so good."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Sanji.
Yeah. All right, Sanji.
Ooh, yeah. Sanji for a woman. That's what we're saying.
Or just to spite Zoro.
Yeah, that's fair. Thanks,
Thanks,
not Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, thanks. And it's cool that you found us mysteriously on Reddit.
Yeah.
At least that site's good for something.
Yeah.
We got another click relevant SBS from friend of the show, Lloyd Sheffield.
Lloyd Sheffield, you
garbage.
Nasty little fella, you.
From it says, "Hi Matt and Mike, I have an actually coherent and cogent transponder snail for you. The meds are working. You guys were discussing what real life jobs each of the Straw Hats would have, and later that day I happened to come across an SBS that included exactly that. The answers are interesting to say the least." So it looks like someone asked Oda. I'm going to click on this image.
If the Straw Hat crew weren't pirates, what jobs would they have? Tell us. I'm assuming Sanji
is a cook. From Momo, age 9. And Oda said, "Actually, I got the following answers from a different reader's suggestions. They asked the same thing and wrote their own ideas on the side, but they were so perfect that I agreed with all of them, so they have my stamp of approval. Luffy would be a firefighter. Zoro would be a police officer.
Zoro.
Nami would be a nursery school teacher. Usopp would be a graphic designer. Sanji would be a stylist. Chopper would be a grade school teacher. Robin would be a flight attendant, Frankie would be a pilot, and Brooke would be a detective. This is great. This is so off the cuff.
Isn't Luffy a police officer in those like filler Christmas episodes?
Yeah.
And
But
Zoro's just
Luffy's-
homeless.
Luffy, yeah. Luffy's too cool to be a cop, so he would be a firefighter.
I don't think-
like people are excited.
Yeah.
People are excited to see Luffy. Zoro shows up, and everybody gets a little worried.
That's fair. I just he's bad at directions, so I don't think he would ever get to the crime.
Oh, it'd be really fun to see him try to like guide traffic.
Yeah, people would be like the cars just
crashing
crashing into each other.
and he'd be like- Lloyd said, "Uh-oh, the worms are back." Signed, Lloyd Sheffield.
All right.
Good luck with those.
Nice. There's a beautiful little snapshot picture of Frankie as well. I don't know what
There's a gorgeous little.
I don't know what
Sassy Frankie.
the part of the SBS is for, but it's just like him being a little sassy man. I love it.
I really appreciate. I'd be curious to read more SBSs, like from, where we started to where we are now, just because I like Oda's tone of like, oh, I don't know, somebody else said this and that sounded good enough for me.
Yeah. He's not like
I wonder how much One Piece lore is just because of that.
yeah. I feel like he's like he has a strong like handle on where he wants the story to go, but like all the extracurricular extraneous facts that don't really like affect the story much, he's like willing to just be like, he's not like very precious about his like darlings, where he's just like, yeah, if you want to say Zoro's a fucking cop, great, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yep, I like that.
It's like, yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, thanks, Mike from New Jersey, not Jersey Mike's, and Lloyd Sheffield for your transponder snails.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did it.
We did it. If you enjoyed that, send us a transponder snail at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Join us on the Discord, link in the description. Follow us on some kind of social media, Instagram probably, maybe TikTok.
Maybe I haven't been posting much on
At
TikTok,
Fun Piece.
but I have been posting on Instagram.
Yeah, Fun Piece Podcasts. Remember that in the darkest days, we must shine brighter. Give love and kindness to the people who need it.
Yeah, fuck
Don't
yeah.
give in to hate. And most importantly of all, Matt, what's the One Piece?
The One Piece is just checking in on your friends and family and making sure they're good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Like
give them a big old hug, even if
Yeah,
I'm very saying
use-
a nice long hug with no expectations of letting go or rushing through it. Just like a good
like
hug.
a gentle little peck on the cheek.
No,
you know?
we don't gotta make it weird. Just a hug. No, just a hug.
I kiss you on the cheek sometimes.
I know.
Do you like it?
It's fine.
Oh.
I'm indifferent about it.
Oh, all right. Do you not want me to do it anymore?
No, keep doing it.